Yeah. Yeah. I think everything is as it should be. I really don't know since I haven't done this before, so I really don't know what I'm doing, how the sound are, or anything at all. So hopefully, oh, that was a bit loud, at least in my ears. I have, as I said, no idea how the sound are or anything. But yeah, right now is probably not the right time to start Twitch, to be honest, because of all that drama and such that's been on Twitch lately. But I just feel like actually doing it and try. So that's why I'm here. But as I said, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So things are probably going to go wrong because of that. And yeah, I don't know for how long I will be streaming because I am at the moment using a DSLR, not a DSLR, a mirrorless camera. And the thing is, I don't have dummy battery for it or anything, so I can only stream for as long as there are power on the camera itself. So yeah. So as long as there's power on, I am able to stream. But when it is, running out, then I can't continue. And yeah, my setup right now is not optimal at all, since I'm using my TV as a screen and my TV is here at the sides. So that's why I'm keep looking there. And yeah, as you can see, I sit on a small couch because I don't have a desk or anything. So, but anyways, we'll try to figuring out how things are. I think everything is as it should be, but again, I have no idea whatsoever how things are looking. And yeah, if you also keep seeing me looking down, it's actually because I have a tablet where I can see the comments and see my stream, just so I have at least idea of how things are looking, since as I said, I only have my TV, so I don't have extra monitor or anything. So that's why I'm using a tablet, which is really terrible. And I hope the picture as well, because I've heard some different stories about how the connection is when you're using your camera via USB instead of a capture card. And yeah, my camera is an Nikon Z50, so I've heard things about that it should, or that it not the great connection, and it keeps lacking sometimes. So I'm hoping that that isn't the case. And yeah, to be honest, I have really not planned anything at all. So I'm thinking that I'm going to edit a couple of pictures from when my mom has her 60th birthday, which I was the photographer at. So, and I don't know how many of the pictures I can actually show since it is a private event. But some, I think maybe I can show one or two of my parents while I'm editing them, just so you can see what the heck I'm doing. But as I said, I'm not quite sure. So I should probably not be doing that. Just so I don't get in any trouble at all. And also, one thing I haven't said, I am really badly dyslexic. So if you write something in the chat and I don't answer right away, it is probably because it is difficult for me to actually read it. But I will definitely do my best, and the way, not the way, where I have the most difficulties when it comes to reading is actually names. So I will probably not try to say your guys' name, because I know for a fact that I will mess it up. But yeah, as I said, it's me trying things, so I should actually try to see how it is when I'm switching between scenes, just to try it out. So right now it should be changing, yeah. So yeah, you can see my screen, which this is just some things it comes up with on my YouTube page for suggestions. Let's try the be right back just to see. So yeah, it seems like it is working, and yeah, I am using my phone here as a capture card, not a capture card, as a stream deck, since I don't have a stream deck. Since, as I said, my setup is really terrible. It is just sitting on what I call sofa table, and that's it. Oh, seems like I got a little bit of hiccups there, which I don't hope, because I really hate having hiccups, which everybody of course hates because it isn't that nice of a thing. But yeah, I don't know exactly what to say, to be honest, since it is my first time and I have no idea what I'm doing. But as I said, I am going to try. So maybe, I was about to say that maybe I could find some videos and trying to react to them, but I have actually no idea which video that should be if I was doing that. So that I'm probably not going to. I'm sorry. As I said, I'm also editing pictures at the moment, and it just messed it up in a way that it wasn't supposed. It was actually me who messed it up. That room was doing the right thing, but I messed it up in that way that I was creating set it to create auto mask, but I unfortunately end up setting it to select sky and not select subject. So that means that it actually end up picking up the wall. But yeah. And yeah, as I said, I am editing those pictures from my mom's 60th birthday. But the thing is, actually, every time really my family have some birthday party or anything, most of the time, or every time basically, I am the photographer. And I have nothing against it because I really like taking pictures. And I have taken pictures at some other things, like I have been out taking pictures for weddings and some other events. And I have nothing against it. The only thing I actually don't like as much when it comes to taking picture is the editing part. I really don't like that. So a lot of times I do as little editing as possible, just because of the fact that I don't really like it and I don't feel like doing much editing. But yeah, other than hate editing, one, you can say, problem I have when it comes to photography is actually not photography itself, other than of course finding a subject. I also have the problem that a lot of time, because I do have some camera gear, I have when I'm taking my big setup with me, I will have around 2 camera bodies, a DSLR and a mirrorless, and 5 different lenses, I think it is. So the problem with having a lot of gear with you is actually figuring out what gear to use. So that is also sometimes a problem. And not only when I'm out, but also before I'm going out. So for instance, if I said I really want a small kit with me, then I have to figuring out what is that small kit going to be. So that is also really a struggling, which I'm pretty sure every single photographer knows about. But that is just a part of the job. And yeah, I could just use one camera, one lens, but I don't do that. I do have a couple of different lenses for different things. So for instance, I don't really have that many zoom lenses. I have 2 zoom lenses that I'm using. One for my DSLR and one for my mirrorless. But that's it. I am not a big zoom lens type of guy. I'm mostly using prime lenses. So for instance, the prime lenses I have with me all the time, at least when I have my full setup, is 55, not 55, 35, 40, and a 50mm, and then also a 10.5 fisheye. And I haven't actually used that fisheye that much because I recently just got it, and I also recently got lens adapter so I can use my DSLR lenses on my mirrorless. And unfortunately, when you use the fisheye on my mirrorless, it is a manual focus and not autofocus because it isn't the right lens for it, since it is a AF lens, but it is supposed to be a AF-S lens in order to work with the adapter, at least when it comes to manual focus. So, but yeah, that's just a small part of it. And it doesn't really matter when it is a fisheye. I mean, mostly everything is either in focus or out of focus, so it doesn't really bother me at all. Actually, nope. Actually, the thing that bothers me the most isn't my camera equipment. It is actually what I'm using right now, so my computer. Because the thing is, I haven't really had a new desktop at all through my life. In that way that the desktop I have right now, which is down here, so that's why I have my arm there, is actually a mix between my 2 brothers' old computer. So it is primarily my younger brother's computer, but with parts from my oldest brothers. And that has been that actually every time, because I have only had 2 desktops. Else it has been laptops, and they have been, to be honest, terrible. My first computer was okay, but every other that I got has been the cheapest one you can get, and they aren't that great. So, and also there have been years where I didn't have a computer, so I have never really been big. Not big. I haven't really been into gaming because I didn't have the equipment for it. So, as I said, I didn't have a laptop for it or a desktop. But also when it comes to a console like a PlayStation, I haven't either. Because right now I have 2 PlayStations. I have a PlayStation 2 and a 3. And the thing is, the PlayStation 3 is my younger brother's. And I got that because I got a PlayStation 4. So, yes, that's of course really long time since, because right now he do has a PlayStation 5. But I can't afford it, so that's why I don't have one. Because the money I have, I spend them, of course, on other things. A lot of times on photography gear. But I am actually considering going more into gaming than I have been. Since why not? And also, it is a good thing. I could stream while I'm gaming. So I am really considering it, but I don't know what type of games or which games at all that I would be playing. But yeah, well, definitely check out what type of games there are, and not only what type of games there are, because there are so fucking many, but which games my computer is able to handle and which one I could stream on here. So yeah, how long have I actually been streaming right now? Oh, nearly half an hour. I'm thinking that I'm going for half an hour. So just a small stream, just to try it out. Because, as I said, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So I'm just trying things out and see how it is. If there are anything that I need to adjust for the next time I'm streaming, which hopefully won't be that long from now. I think to start with, I'm going to try streaming once a week, maybe 2 times a week. But yeah, I don't really know. That was my phone. I should have probably put that on silence, but I didn't. Shut up. So yeah. Let's see. Oh. I can actually show you guys this picture here. So yeah, I'm editing this picture at the moment, and as you can see, it's really fucking dark. It isn't optimal, and of course, my screen isn't optimal to look at it either. But when it comes to here, I have already done some settings and changed the color balance, not color, white balance, and then I'm thinking I'm going to change the exposure of the people that are here. So just add a mask there, and yeah, it is going to do it as self, and this is right the way that I want it to be. So, and then just change the exposure a bit. I think there is better. Maybe the contrast. I think that is fine, and I don't think I need to really put a preset on it. I could do, but I don't think that is necessary, also since it is pictures from a birthday party, so it isn't really fine photographer work, I would say. And my hair is really annoying. And yeah, it is from my mom, and I don't really get paid. So yeah. But that is sometimes how I actually editing pictures, is just go in, change the white balance, and to start with, in that room, I am putting the settings on the auto, just to get an idea of what the program is saying, and then I am going in and fine adjust it. So for instance, I'm picking custom white balance. And when it comes to pictures like these here from a birthday, and definitely they're also from a family member, I won't do anything really big most of the times in that way, that I want when it comes to editing. But when it comes to take the pictures, a lot of times when it is my family, that's also one reason why it doesn't bother me to take pictures from my family, is a lot of times I am experimenting with different things while I'm taking pictures from my family. So for instance, sorry, I was about to delete the pictures by accident, but for instance, one time I was experimenting with off-camera flash, because it was dark and people were out dancing, and normally I have a flash on my camera. But at that time, I was experimenting with having a flash on a stand pointing up towards the wall and ceiling, instead of having a flash on my camera. And that actually worked okay in that case. But of course, it isn't always the case. So I am trying different things when I'm out with my family, because the thing is, when it is my family, I don't really get paid, or if I get paid, it isn't really that much, so it isn't my normal fee. So that's also why I feel like that I can just experiment as much as I want, since it isn't my normal fee, and I still spend time taking the pictures and edit them and all of that, and they still get pictures regardless of how I'm taking them. They still get them. And a lot of times that is enough. And this picture here is a bit annoying, so I can show you guys, because it is the same dude. So here, one thing that are really annoying about this picture is down there, that are around glass. But first, as I said, take the others, see what that thing, that isn't okay. But the white balance are going to take this wall and use that as the white balance. So I'm going to say that is white because it was. So that is how it is, and the room itself is the right color and everything, but he is a bit dark. So again, putting a mask on him, and see, yeah, it did everything except for the head of the guitar, but I think that it is fine. I think right around there. And yeah, also, you have probably heard that I have sometimes some problems pronouncing things, but the thing is, English isn't my native tongue. I am from Denmark, so of course I'm speaking Danish. But yeah, I decided to stream in English because it is a challenge. But now, yeah, I have just take that spot removal tool and then go to click on the wine glass, and I think there maybe is... Nope, that isn't right. It is a bit actually, when it comes to spot removing and this, I do like Photoshop a lot more than Lightroom, but that's just my preference, since Lightroom is still a really great program. I actually think there, even though I don't like the spots there, but it is looking better. Maybe actually there. That is going to be where I'm putting that. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen, because I know for a fact that one of those people in that picture doesn't really want to be on. Not want to be on. They doesn't want the pictures out on the internet. But yeah. So that picture is, I would say, how it's going to be. It isn't quite in focus when it comes down to here and here, but that doesn't matter. The only thing that are important that are in focus is this guy. But yeah, I can actually see that I have streamed now for over half an hour. So I've actually gone over the time I said I was. But I don't know. I'm thinking that I am going to end here now, since this is just really me trying it out and seeing what the hell it is and what I'm doing to try to figuring things out, because as I said to start with, I am badly dyslexic, so a lot of times I can't really read that well how to do things. So a lot of times it is better for me to actually try them instead of people telling me how to do it, or instead of reading it. So, but yeah, I will be ending the stream here, so goodbye.